welcome to today's On This Day in Tudor History. I'm Claire Ridgway. I'm here every day giving you a Tudor event from this day in history, whether it's an execution, which it quite often is, birth, death, marriage, battle, you name it, I'm here sharing it with you. Okay, I'm going to take you back to 1540 today, for it was on this day in Tudor history, the 14th of March 1540, that Judge Sir John Port died. Why am I highlighting this man today? Why have I chosen this man, a judge? Doesn't sound very interesting. Well, that's because I just read this sentence about him and it piqued my interest because I read, now the bell's ringing out for him, I read that he's best known for mumbling in a court case and due to this mumbling being counted on the wrong side. So his mumbling in court led to a judgment being completely different. It had a major impact. And that just tickled me really. The case in question was the case of Lord Dacre of the South. It was a posthumous case. Lord Dacre had died. Dermot McCulloch explains this case in his book, his new biography of Thomas Cromwell. It was a case that attacked the family trusts that Lord Dacre of the South had set up before his death in 1533. I think he died in September 1533. Dermot McCulloch explains that the Crown brought its case against Lord Dacre's trust before Chancery, but that the judges there adjourned the case and that it then went before the common law judges in the Court of Exchequer in 1535. And the Crown actually won by a very narrow margin, and the Dacre Trust was declared fraudulent. And it was Sir John Port's mumbling that gave the Crown its narrow majority in this case. Sir John Spelman, he was a judge at the time, and I've got his book of court reports. He actually made reports on each case, and they are available for us to read today, including his report of the trial of Anne Boleyn, which makes very interesting reading. He recorded Port, another justice of the King's Bench, was of the same opinion, but he spoke so low that the said Chancellor and Secretary understood him to be of the other opinion, and therefore they thought that the greater number of justices were of the same opinion as themselves. Oops. Well, I think the moral of this tale, the moral that we can take away with us today as Claire's lesson of the day, is that you should always speak clearly in court. Lesson of the day there. But let's not only remember Sir John Port, the judge, for his big whopping mistake. Let's look at what else we know about him. Let's flesh him out a bit. Well, he was born in around 1472 and he was from Chester, which is in the northwest of England. He was practising the law by 1503. He was Attorney General in the County Palatine of Chester by 1509, so 1509 being the accession of King Henry VIII. He was appointed one of the justices of the King's Bench in 1525, and he also served as a member of Princess Mary's Council in the Marches, because Mary, the daughter of King Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon, she wasn't made Princess of Wales, but she was treated as such for a while, and she was actually sent to the Welsh Marches to have her own council there, and Sir John Port, served as a member of that council. He was knighted in 1525. He was married twice to Jane or Joan Fitzherbert, who died around 1520. And after her death, he married Marjorie Trafford. He had a son and 3 daughters with Jane, but his second marriage to Marjorie was childless. He was given an estate in Etwall in Derbyshire by his first father-in-law, and that became sort of his family seat from then on. He was on the commission that tried John Fisher, Bishop of Rochester, and Sir Thomas More in 1535. And he was also on the Middlesex and Kent commissions that drew up the indictments against Anne Boleyn and the 5 men accused with her in 1536. He was an assize judge. He gave Brasenose College in Oxford an endowment for scholarships. He actually had a notebook. He made a notebook of reports of legal cases and his notes on them. And that wasn't known about, general knowledge, until it came to light at an auction in 1979. And following that, some of it was published in 1986. And then we move on to his death. He was taken ill at Worcester during the Lent Assize of 1540. He was, as an ill man, he was taken to Bewdley and he died at Bewdley. It was on or around the 14th of March. It's not known for sure what date he died on, but around the 14th of March. His remains were then taken to Etwall in Derbyshire, his family seat, and he was buried in the church there. And there's actually an effigy. I think there's an effigy of his 2 wives as well. I think he's in between them. There's an effigy of him there depicting him wearing his judicial robes. So that's Sir John Port, who is not famous for being a good judge or even for his notebook that got published. He is actually known for not speaking clearly in court, for mumbling and actually changing legal history, really. So there you go, Sir John Port, who died around the 14th of March, 1540. Now you can subscribe to this channel by just clicking around there. You can hit the bell to be notified, as I will definitely be doing a video each day. And I'm also doing a series of questions about Anne Boleyn regularly, at least one a week it works out as. So yes, I'm really enjoying your comments. I'm so glad that you're enjoying this series. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.